Welcome to the movement towards improvement. I'm your host, Carson Cruz, and today I'm going to show you 5 tips to help you become a better shooter with the shot meter off. We all know that Beluba, Mike WANG on Twitter, at the beginning of the 2K year, tweeted out that you will be getting a boost to your shooting percentage if you turn the shot meter off. I'm not saying it's better. I'm not saying you're going to shoot better. And I'm not saying that there's not been plenty of guys with the shot meter on that can and have beat me in this game. But I have had a lot of comments and a lot of people ask me, what do I do to shoot so well with the shot meter off? And I can tell you this, that I have become an amazing shooter this year in 2K20, at least improvement for myself, as in 2K19. A lot of the guys I played against, if they got to hitting threes, they just dug in and just could bury me. And so, when I heard this, and I watched a couple videos on it. I watched a Jake Mason video, and I was like, okay, well, this is a way that I can become a better shooter. I'd already been shooting with the shot meter off of 2K19 because when I grew up as a kid, there wasn't a shot meter. It was all about timing at the top of the jump. And so that's kind of how I start off doing it. But I'm gonna give you 5 tips today, not just timing the top of the jump, because it's a little bit different this day and age. There's lots of releases to learn and everything, but what I'm gonna do is give you 5 tips. They're gonna be really simple, and you can see here I've got a lineup with some of my favorite cards to shoot with, not necessarily the ones I use all the time, but I do use these cards, and when I use them, I feel comfortable pulling the trigger, and I'm limited that I'm going to hit 3 out of every 5 shots with them. If not, 1 or 2 of them might go 4-4 for the game from 3. And if I'm missing with a card, I don't shoot. But let's get into the video, and you see the cards here that I've chosen to shoot with. They all got decent 3-ball rating. They're not all great. I mean, like, some of them are 80, but yeah, these are the cards I shoot with the most. And I'll go into freestyle. I'm going to show you this, but first, you see right here, these guys, the first step to improving your shooting with or without the shot meter in NBA 2K20 is going to be having fully charged batteries or a new set of batteries in your remote. That is going to help you to shoot better this year, because there's input delay, there's latency, and all this can come from your remote not being charged. So make sure you're playing with a fully charged remote when you're playing online, because when the remote batteries start to go low, there are lots of input delays to the game, and that could be causing you to miss some of your shots. I'm not saying it's always, and obviously your internet connection. Make sure you're playing on a wired connection if you want. You don't want to have any shot meter glitches, or I don't want to say full white glitches, but sometimes you press X and he doesn't shoot the ball, or your right button doesn't work, or it takes a second after you hit X for the shot meter to pop up, or even to take off shooting. So yeah, there's just some stuff that can happen off the game. That's the first thing, is charge your freaking batteries. Make sure your batteries are charged, and that will help you to shoot better. The first thing that will help you shoot better is to play with fully charged batteries, and or new batteries. And if you can't afford batteries, there's some cheap ones that are heavy duty batteries at long lasting at Dollar General. I think they're like 20 for, like, I don't even know, like, you get 16 or 18 of batteries in a package, and they're like $3.99. Best thing ever. And I go through them a lot, maybe faster than Duracell, but I can tell you this, I always have batteries, and they seem like they last just as long. So yeah, those are cheap batteries. If you don't have a rechargeable controller, then that's the way you do it. The next thing is any card that I use in MYTEAM Unlimited. I'm going to come in here into freestyle, and if I can't green 3 shots in a row within the first 2 minutes of shooting with a card, then I'm not going to be shooting with it that day in MYTEAM Unlimited. And I'm also probably going to consider selling a card, because if I can't make 3 shots in a row with it in freestyle, then yeah, how am I going to do that in MYTEAM Unlimited? We're talking about taking offline to online here, and yeah, that is huge, because like here, I can just switch it up. I made 3 with him. You don't always have to take a card out of your lineup just because you can't make 3 shots in a row with it, or you can't green 3 shots in a row with it. But one thing that I would consider doing is that if you can't, and that card, you like the card for other reasons, just don't shoot threes with the card, or don't shoot jumpers with the card at all. I mean, like, and you should consider only getting cards and using them that you really like the release. Like this Wes Unseld, I don't love his release. I don't love it. So what do I not do with Wes Unseld? I usually don't shoot threes with him. I mean, if he's wide open at the top of the key off the catch and shoot, I will pull the trigger on it. I like it as a midi better because his 3 ball is only a 78 or like an 82 with the coach. But like, look, I can green 4 threes in a row right there with him. Well, missed one. Nope, made it. That's 5 makes in a row, 4 greens. Dude, I would never shoot that many threes with Wes Unseld in the winter because usually what I'm doing here is working in the post and passing out, like using like paint touches to cave the defense in and open up the outside. That's one thing Wes Unseld is very good at. He has gold dimer, he has gold Lob City passer, he has gold needle threader. So yeah, I mean, he's a very good passing big. But you know, like also within a minute or two of shooting with him, I've already greened way more than 3 in a row. So I'm good with him. Luka Doncic. Same way with Luka. If I can't green 3 shots with him that day in freestyle, and I'm gonna come in here and do this every day. Like I'm not gonna play. I mean, like before I go play an unlimited every day, I'm gonna come in here, and if I'm not shooting well with the card, and this doesn't take long. Like I mean, like it take you 10 minutes to do this. Like seriously, with your whole team, because there's gonna be guys where you're just gonna like come in here and you're like green 3 shots in a row and you're done with it. Like you're like okay, but then like look, I'm not shooting good with Luka right now. Like so, I'm either gonna have to figure it out or I'm just not going to shoot with him. But Luka has Hall of Fame dimer and Hall of Fame floor general, so I can use Luka as something else. But look, here we go. I'm starting to get a rhythm. So like that's the whole thing, is getting in a rhythm with your cards before you go into MYTEAM Unlimited. It's going to help you tremendously. So like, you know, if you think this card is a liability being out there because he's not a good defender, and you want to shoot with your shooting guard or small forward, shoot threes and be consistent that day, then dude, guess what? You're not using Luka Doncic, or if you do, you're probably not going to shoot that good with him. I mean, I play people all the time that don't shoot good with this card in Unlimited, and like I crush with it, and it's like, you know, I'll be 3 of 5 for 3 and they're 1 of 6, and it's like, you know, probably sitting there blaming the game and talking about all the things that are broken about it. But like in all actuality, you know, it was probably just they weren't in a rhythm with them. They might have been taking bad shots. It's another thing that you can't do, but we won't go into that because that's more of a, you know, a youth thing and a basketball thing. If you're taking contested shots, like you can't be mad at the game. You can't be mad at your opponent. You just have to be mad at yourself for, you know, not taking better shots. If you're having trouble getting open, like there's like a million playbook tutorials on YouTube. Like I have some, but like, you know, there's lots of playbook tutorials out there that can help you get open shots. I mean, that's how I learned how to do it, was, you know, just YouTube. But I also, you know, I coach basketball, play a lot of basketball. So like one of the biggest things I can tell, like I get beat by and that I beat people with, is in transition, like, you know, drawing in the defense, dribbling in a way that corner guy's left, one of the corner guys left wide open so I can hit him on a 3. And that's a big part of my offense, is scoring in transition. The next thing I'm going to tell you to do is, you know, if you're going to shoot with the shot meter off, is, you know, have the vibration on. Don't rely on it. But for free throws, it's really good. So that vibration is your green window. And, you know, it's like having the shot meter on for free throws. Don't rely on it in Unlimited to shoot threes, because, you know, if your opponent's hosting the game and their internet's shitty, I know you all got great internet if you're watching this video, but there are people that play on Wi-Fi and that are playing in a house where 3 other people are streaming Netflix and Disney Plus and whatever, and yeah, it's gonna like make their internet not that great to host a Xbox game. So yeah, you don't want to get stuck with, you know, that being the case. So I always just suggest is, you know, every player's release is not the same, but everyone's green window is in the same spot on the release, if that makes sense. And I'll tell you what it is right here. You see that ball? It's going to hit his head. That's when you release it. All day, every day, hustling to get paid. Trying to make some ghetto cheese. Fuck minimum wage. I hate them green lights. I make them corner threes. All you gotta do is shoot it off of his head. Like, and I know every release doesn't touch their head, but there is a trick to that, and that is his wrist is gonna flatten out. So like you see, it's a little hesitation. Whether it's up here, down here, or wherever, when you're shooting a basketball, you flick your wrist right to make it spin. Your shot, well, that's what they're doing here, is that wrist is gonna flick back flat, and when it does, that's where you release the shot. Boom. I mean, I'm shooting with a Sapphire Terrence Ferguson. I know you're gonna say, well, that's a good card, but yeah, I mean, you can have this card too. It's free, and it takes like freaking 30 minutes to upgrade it, or an hour, or whatever. So everybody should have this card. If they don't, then that's not my fault. This is not like, it's not like I'm shooting with some overpowered card here that everyone can't have. Like, I mean, I take this card in unlimited, and I will fuck some people up with it. And he's a good defender, and yeah, he's just awesome. You see that? Let's shoot with somebody else just so you can see. This is fucking consistent throughout everything here. It's not always the same, but like, look, he don't touch it in the same spot, but he touches the front of his head. It's easy money, bro. Easy money. Dude, and I tell you this, is that I was shooting off the vibration. I thought, like, oh yeah, I'm shooting with the shot meter off. I'm shooting off the vibration. And they were like, well, on unlimited, you know, if you're using that and the latency gets bad, then it's not going to work, or it's going to, you know, be like the shot meter and, you know, just not work perfectly. It's going to be glitched. And I'm like, oh, yeah, I've noticed that. So I just started shooting right there. And, you know, if you're getting latency and, like, your thing doesn't look like it takes off right, it's still going to be in the same spot. Like, the ball is going to touch your head and go in. It's going to go in most of the time. So, let's see, who else can we shoot with? That was a kind of an expensive card. Like, here's another free card. I mean, you got to play a lot of domination, but Stunna went, he got on there and just upgraded all these cards, and because he likes to stand in green. He's a Lakers. He's a Lakers fan, so, yeah. He has good defense, too. He has gold clamps. Clamps are such a nice, like, you know, rim running is such a big deal this year, and hop stepping and stuff. Like, clamps will jack that up. See, if you don't catch it, so there's the next tip is, or the last tip is like, is like, sometimes you just don't catch it good, and so that's how you miss some of these like full whites. Like, it's like a bad catch. You don't get your feet set. But like, if you find like the part where they flatten their wrist out and release it, like, you usually don't miss these shots. Like, but I'm just not good. I've never shot with this card before. This is the first time I wanted to bring it in here and shoot with it. See what it's all about. I tell you right now, if I don't start greening stuff with it, I'm probably not gonna use it. But there we go. Go find it. No, it's slightly late. Shit. Oh, wait a minute. All right, so I've hit 4 in a row now. Get warmed up. 5 in a row. Let's go. 6 in a row. 7 in a row. 8 in a row. 9 in a row. 10 in a row. Alright, and another card I want to shoot with is a very cheap card here. Where the hell is he? Jonathan Isaac. And dude, I mean, he doesn't have quick draw, so this is the perfect card. Look at this green window. Like, he sets the ball on his head, and that's how you know when to release it. Like, he's gonna hesitate. But like, I mean, it's still the same. Like, his wrist flattens all the way out, and then you release. Flatten, release. Easy. This dude's so easy to green with too. Like, you can seriously get in a rhythm and hit 20 in a row from this side. That side's tougher because he doesn't have a hot zone over there. But this side, dude, you can go all day long over here once you get in the rhythm. And I'm sitting here not getting in the rhythm. Why can't I get in the rhythm? Alright, Johnny. Come on, Johnny. Get in the corner, Johnny. There we go. Motherfucker told me to bounce pass. Oh, and don't press X before the ball gets there either. Like, I mean, good timing is like catching it, like releasing it right after you catch it. Like, that was what I would focus on, is catching the ball and then getting rid of it. Catch the ball, get rid of it. Like, it's simultaneous. Like, those are the best ones when you catch it. Like, see that? Like, he kind of like jerked right there. Like, dude, that's not going in. Like, I mean, I could have like timed it perfectly when it went in. But like when they catch it, like see, that was a good catch. He caught that one with his other hand on the bottom. Like his left hand's going on top when he catches that. Those are not going in, like easily. They're not green when he does that. See, look at that. He caught that one with the right hand on top. Caught that one one-handed. That was nice. But yeah, you can see his. I mean, it's an easy green. The ball sits like right on top of his head. It is just. Oh man, I missed. Damn it, I was in such a good rhythm too. I ain't gonna be able to find it again. See, like that's so huge. Like finding your rhythm with the cards release. Like, but it's not only that. It's like I'm giving you like the tools to easily do this. Like, so you know, one, charge batteries or put new batteries in your remote. Two, what was two? I already forgot what two was. Oh, don't, if you can't make, if you can't green 2 or 3 shots in a row with the card and do it, every, 10 shots you're greening 2 to 5 of them, then, or every 20 shots you are, whatever you feel comfortable with. I like to be able to get in rhythm with the card within 2 minutes of shooting with the card. If I can't green 2 or 3 in a row with it, make 4 or 5 in a row, I usually don't shoot with that game. And then if, it's a position where I need to be able to shoot at, I don't use the card because like there's nothing worse than being open for 3 and not feeling comfortable pulling the trigger with them. So yeah, that's something I really focus on. And then, yeah, next, make sure that you're catching the ball properly, so that, they don't fumble it or anything that's going to cause you to miss. If you press X before the ball gets there, that's going to affect, your timing of your release. You gotta, you want it right when it hits the hands here, just bring it in and shoot. And then if you don't do that, then give yourself like, just a split second, just a second for them to settle again after that, and you'll be able to green it just as easy as off the catch. And then lastly, usually that wrist will flatten out, the ball will go towards their head. And I want to show you this one release right here. This is one of my favorite cards, Jerome Kersey, but let me show you his release real quick here. And you see the ball's way over his head, right? So for him, it's just like being able to be like back, like the ball, like it's got to get, like he's got to flatten out his wrist up top. So see, that was late. See, I waited till it was going up. This has got to be like his hands got to flatten out above his head. I'll go in. Damn it, every time. And once you find the release of this card, oh my god, dude, like. But like, I mean, like, dude, it ain't like whenever there's shot meters on that the release, you don't have to learn the releases too, because everyone's shot meter looks and goes at different speeds and goes like some are wider, some are more narrow, and yeah, I mean, you just have to find the spot. But like I'm telling you, the spot is the same on every one of them. It's like just before they flip their wrist, like it's if you can figure out how to time that, like dude, you just don't release it until like their fucking wrist is back here, and it goes in. Like every time I do that, I green it. Like if I'm not late or early, like obviously, but it isn't about the release. It's about the hand. So anyway, use that. You'll shoot better, and I hope that helped. If it did, leave me a comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are on these tips, and if you ever heard somebody tell you to change your batteries before on the controller to shoot better. But I promise you, I go through a lot of batteries, testing out stuff for this game and making videos and all that stuff. So yeah, I can tell you that having a charged batteries is you're gonna shoot a lot better. I'm shooting way better than I was just before I started recording this because, well, I had red in my battery. Like, yeah, when I pressed the home button on the Xbox, it was like, your batteries are critically low. Yeah, and I was like, why is this vibration not working? Why is it glitching my shots? Why when I press X is it not doing it? How come when I tap the right button or my guys' icons not popping up above their heads? Because your freaking controller's about to die, and it can only freaking input so much to the Xbox before, yeah, it starts forgetting stuff because it's brain dead. Anyway, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. It's Carson Cruz. Peace.